Kampala Division will welcome 411 local councillors when the new councils are formally inaugurated in May 2021. This is the largest form of local council leadership in Uganda's history, beating the 213 councillors that are currently in office. The increment in number follows the amending of the Local Government Act that created new administrative centres in the just concluded elections. Much in the division will see the number of councillors jump from 46 to now 97 councillors. Kawempe Division from 47 councillors to 86 councillors. Nakawa Division from 45 councillors to 90 councillors. Rubaga Division from 43 councillors to 96 councillors. Kampala Central Division from 32 councillors to now 42 councillors. So what really explains this big number of councillors?
Electoral Commission, there is that law is that each councillor must represent about 6,000 members in the community. And according to the recent census, Electoral Commission came out to gazette new electoral areas basing on the population.
Information from KCCA indicates that each of the LC3 councillors across the 5 divisions is entitled to a salary amounting to 3.2 million shillings per month and a sitting allowance ranging between 200,000 shillings and 300,000 shillings. Currently, over 2 billion shillings is spent on paying salaries and allowances. We asked several councillors if this money is sufficient for them to execute their responsibilities.
No money can be enough because people are bringing or are presenting personal challenges of paying school fees for them, or paying house rent for them, medical treatment for them. But what we are going to do, because we cannot address that and the government will not give us enough money, so what we are going to do is to put emphasis on this government and KCCA to have drugs in the hospitals.
It's not a job. No, it's not a job. It's just a responsibility. It's a responsibility for a councillor to work for the people who voted for him.
We cannot quantify or put a monetary value to the voice of the people and the value and the cost of democracy, the will of the people coming up, and this will being included in or considered in our budgeting process, in our planning processes. The cost of that cannot be quantified, but I know the city is growing, our sources of revenue are expanding. Now that we are getting to a more efficient means of administration, the revenue leakages are blocking up, or we are blocking them with the automation in the administration of our taxes. We have done evaluation of properties. So the people's voice will come up, and this shall be matched with service delivery.
However, the increased number of councillors will also struggle to get sufficient space to carry out their duties, considering the restriction brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic.
That implies that we have to opt for a bigger tent. Good enough, if we are to hire a bigger tent, we can hold it in a playground, we can hold it in a recreation center. Just to mention but a few, we have Kamwesi, which has a very big compound.
Dr. Arthur Bainomegisha, the Executive Director at Accord, says government needs to do deeper decentralization and give priority to service delivery.
Government should mobilize more resources, but should also tilt the budget architecture. The tilting of the budget architecture, or changing the budget architecture, is that since majority of our population lives is going to be resident in those new cities and the local governments, if we have 9.2 of the budget going there, we need actually to have like 40% of the budget going there and less of the money remaining at the center. Because at the center, basically the functions are largely conferences, meetings, these allowances. So we need to create opportunities, rather to move money to where we have many mouths, and as opposed to having a lot of money where you have few mouths.
Raymond Tamale, NTV.